here's how to make a mover. I've already got my shape here. It's with the grid 16 by 80 by 80. It's okay, I guess. So first thing, find a texture. Browse. Textures, obviously. They aren't all loaded. Usually when you open a map, it only loads the textures that are used in that map. So click on load. Find textures file. I like to select them all because I'm greedy. So they'll all load. But I don't know if you care or not, but if you use user created texture files, they have to go along with your map to work, and players might get a pretty big download package unless you just use default. But that's up to you, because they actually take up a lot. So now that these are loaded, just pick one out. I'm gonna go with Rune FX2 and this one here. So click on it. Once that texture is selected, find the add button. There you go. It adds the mover then. So we can rebuild geography here. And so I like to right click on mine. I right clicked on the shape in this 3D window here and then select matching brush, like this entire shape. It's all selected, so I right click again, go to surface properties, and like I've already done here, I had it as unlit and modulated, but this is how it was without anything. You can click translucent, you know, modulated, you know, but I always click unlit and modulated for these things because I think it looks pretty cool. Okay, unlit and modulated, close, rebuild. So here's our shape right here now. You can select it in there. So right click on the shape, copy polygons to brush, and the red brush should go over top of your shape. So right after that, you go to brush at the top here and intersect. Yeah, again, it looks the same. And after that, you go to this guy here, click on this. It still looks the same. So what you do here, you click on the red shape, I'm just gonna do it. You click on the red shape and hold down shift and left key and obviously move it out of the way. Once you move it out of the way, underneath where that shape was is your purple mover here. There it is. But still underneath that mover is the shape that you used to create the mover. So I'm going to shift and left click and move that out of the way. So obviously here's the thing that was underneath that mover even. That's your original shape that you used. You don't need that, so obviously delete it. So here's the mover that you're left with. So you rebuild geometry. And why I did this kind of in midair, it's so you can see like the bottom of the shape, the mover and everything, and it won't conflict with any other things like the floor or maybe give you an error, because you have to make sure the mover is like you want it even on the bottom before you make it into the shape, or else you're stuck with it looking the way it does. Okay, so here it is. I'm just gonna move this down to be aligned with my floor. And this map, or I mean, in this editor, this thing in the corner of your 3D window, it's a player spawn. If you click on that, you can hear the sounds in your map. And okay, if you look at this 3D map, I'm moving this from another window, not the 3D window. Hold on. but you can see it go up. It does everything kind of like real time. So now this mover's on the floor. So what you have to do now is, first off, right click on it, go to mover keyframe, and right now it's set as 0, like the base key. So you go to key 1, click on key 1. Okay, it looks the same, right? But you have to move this one up, okay? So it is selected, so hold down shift, move it up. It'll have that little line that you see here. See? So there you are right there. So let's say that's all you want to do. That's as high as you want to go. You would always have to right click, go to mover keyframe, and set it down to 0 base. It always has to be at 0 base to finish, or it won't work at all. So also you can go and you click on that to set the time it moves. So you go into that, you click on mover properties, and you hit the property that says mover. There'll be something here that says move time. You click on that to expand it. So you'll see 1, 1, 1, 1. And let's say the first one is how long it takes the mover to go to the first point on the top. The second one is how long it takes the mover to go down. So it'll take 1 second for it to go up and 1 second for it to go down. So you can set all these depending on however many numbers of keys you have for how long it takes. So we can put this back now. And also another one is the second one from the bottom in this file, stay open time. So let's say this one is going up to this one at the top. Once it gets here, and that's the final link in the mover chain, then it will stay open for the default 4 seconds. And you can change that however you want. And let's say you have more than one key. You want to do it for more than these few points. The default setting is the number key here. So you can put it to, if you want one more, set it to 3. And at this point, you can go down, right click on this, set it to mover keyframe, and this time 2. And it starts at the bottom again, and then you can move that one to the top again. But it always has to finish at base.